How do you see your life when you edge towards old age, when the future is much briefer than the past? When we are young, the future is in the distance. The future, our old age, is so far over some imaginary distant horizon that it's not even worth considering. It is so far away, and we need to cram in today's experiences. We've been there, and millions are there right now. When we're very young, I don't think we really consider the future at all. We live in the now, we live in the present. There are so many sensations and experiences bombarding us. There is so little responsibility. The only thing you think about is yourself and what is happening in the immediate future. And that is how it should be, because that gives kids, young kids, before the teens, it gives them an opportunity to enjoy life without any of the travails, because as you get older, responsibilities come in. It's only really when you reach the age where you have to start thinking about a career after education that you start to realise that there is a world around you. But still, you consider that world put there for your convenience. At this age, we have a past, but only a brief one. The chances are that the people who will soon be in our past are still with us. Parents, grandparents, friends. And life is still relatively carefree, because you're still taking in experiences that are new and exciting, and your body is young and virile and supple, and you can take in and you can make the most of every experience that comes along. And if you're watching this now, it's what you must do. You must do that. Do not let a second go by without you having some interaction with it, without you contributing, without you making memories and gaining experiences. Because it's still carefree, and it should be carefree for the very lucky ones. It should be carefree. I think things really start to change when we start to feel the pressures of the workplace, when we start to lose grandparents. It's as if the world is bringing us up short and saying, whoa, slow down now, because you have a responsibility. These are the things that force you to take emotional responsibility just at a time when you are starting to make an impact on society around you. It's if it's choreographed. Life, nature has choreographed our lives. Look at this view. We're high above the town now. That's where I live, down there. The town is in the sun, but we're up here in the mist. From down there, it will look as though we're in the cloud, and we can look down, and looking across at the field now, and it's full of sheep, and the sun is reflecting on the sheep, and they're like little white dots. The cloud is low, there's bits of blue sky coming through. It's beautiful, it's very quiet. There's bird song. There are people about with dogs. It's very, very pleasant. You're older now, and it's as if all the fun has gone out of life, but it hasn't. It's just that the fun now comes with caveats. You can still enjoy yourself, but there are certain boundaries, because you can't hide behind the excuse of, oh well, they didn't know any better because they were young. Yes, you can have fun, but there are boundaries, and you overstep those boundaries at your own risk. And this is just learning to live with your fellow man, alongside your fellow man, without impacting on your fellow man's life, without upsetting your fellow man, but still having all those experiences in life, the good ones, the bad ones, the ones that make you end up in hospital with your arm in plaster, the ones that break your heart, the ones that make you happy. And as you get older and more mature, they stay with you. They enrich you. They form your character. They make you become the person you will be for the rest of your life, for good or for bad. It's all a wonderful process, and we should embrace it so that we can end up on beautiful mornings like this, in beautiful surroundings, with beautiful dogs and beautiful sunlight. I'm walking with my back to the sun now, so we will probably be in shade a little bit. But that sun's gorgeous. And this is gorgeous. And it's another gorgeous day, and every day you wake up, as you're getting older, you're going through life slowly. And every day, that day's experience changes very, very slightly as you age. But still, old age is so many decades away that it is of no great import until it is. When did I get old? I don't really know. I think my body kind of got old behind my back. My mind's still young, but then my body suddenly started creaking a little bit. I didn't bounce when I fell. I stayed down longer. But my mind still feels as quick and as sharp. My opinions were still quick and sharp. I didn't fear disagreeing with people and debating that disagreement. But they now look at me differently. I think people around me, younger people, see me as someone you shouldn't really be too disagreeable with, because older people shouldn't be rebuked. You should treat them gently. Don't at all. Treat us like you would anybody else. We can take it. We can argue the toss like the best of them. It's an old dog coming towards us from a cafe. She's still, hello. I can't remember his name. I think it's Rupert. He's beautiful. Let's go and say hello. The thing about getting old is that you know time is brief, but it doesn't really matter that much. You recognise your own mortality, but because you've got a lifetime of memories behind you, the future isn't as threatening. You've done it. You've got memories. But like I've said before, don't dwell on the bad memories. Think about the good ones. They're the ones that enrich our lives. They're the ones that give us those melancholy smiles when we think about people in the past that we've loved who have gone. And we're still here. And you've got to remember that you've still got memories to make. It's life. It starts off that innocence and it moves slowly and gracefully. Our bodies grow and age and start to decline, but our minds don't grow and age and start to decline at the same rate. Well, for the most part, if we're lucky, our intellect seems to plateau out at a certain point, which means that we have quick, sharp minds locked in aging bodies. But if we adapt our bodies, if we stop trying to rush round, many people my age and a lot older still go out running and climbing and cycling and canoeing and whatever. And you are the lucky ones and embrace that. And that's great if you can do it. But if you can't do it, you're still at no great disadvantage. Your body's grown from that little child all the way up Time is running out, but we know it. But it doesn't matter because we've done it. We've had our life. I always say when people moan about being old, I always say, think yourself lucky. There are plenty of kids out there that never reach 2 years old, and it's happening all the time. It's a great privilege. You're very privileged. I am. I'm always privileged to have reached old age. Just remember that. You recognise your mortality because your body won't let you forget it. You would not beat the 25-year-old you in a fist fight. And when you go down, you stay down for a little bit longer because it's a nice excuse to have a bit of a lie down. Isn't it? It's all about aging. It's the aging process. But it's just part of life. It's great when you think about it. Life, even the aging process is a beautiful, graceful thing. It's organic. It doesn't get any more organic than the aging process. It's fascinating. So you young uns out there, one day, with a bit of luck, you'll be here and you won't be the sad, dependent old codger dribbling into his or her cornflakes. You will be exactly as you are now, but with a slightly expanded waistline and a galactic library of memories to look back on, and the ability to say whatever you want, whenever you want, to whomever you want, because you're old and you can do as you damn well please. We shall see you on the flip. What a beautiful day it is out here. Get out. Love it. Peace and love.